Our series, Herbs A to Z, it continues today. We're talking about herbs that begin with the letter K, like the herb that's on your screen right now. Joining us with more, Carol Joyce, owner of White Buffalo Herbs. Pleasure to have you on the show.
Great to be here.
So that one that we were just looking at was?
Kava Kava.
Kava Kava, all right, and that's where we're starting, is that right?
Down this end. Kava Kava is an herb that's from the Polynesian area.
Okay.
It doesn't grow here, but you can get root, and it's usually sent in from Hawaii. It's traditionally used by native folks as an it helps your muscles relax.
Okay.
It makes you very calm. Some people, therapists, use it for anxiety. I use it for ceremony because in the old days, the Polynesian folks, when they had a big problem, the tribes would come together and they'd make Kava Kava to drink. Kava Kava doesn't work in water and it doesn't work in alcohol, it works in fat. So you take dried Kava Kava root, and it's in our recipes online, add beautiful coconut milk.
Okay, so Kava Kava root plus coconut milk.
Warm it up. Add a little bit of butter, strain it, sprinkle a little nutmeg or cinnamon on it if you want, and drink it. We use it on the holidays. It's great on Thanksgiving if you don't get along with your family.
And it's not necessarily something to drink in the morning before work.
No, what happens is it makes you legless. You will actually feel completely drunk. Your legs won't work very well.
Is this why you didn't bring it on the show for me to drink today?
I didn't want you to drink it today.
Because it would have been a long show.
It makes your brain terribly clear. So folks would sit down that had troubles and they would argue, but they couldn't hit each other.
Interesting.
And they'd work their things out, and that's what Kava Kava.
They should sell that in bars so people stop hitting each other in bars. Instead, drink some Kava Kava. You're good to go.
So there you go.
Let's move past that. What's next?
Seaweed or kelp. Kelp is a little odd looking, but it's a beautiful plant.
And kelp is so rich in nutrients, is that right?
Yes, and high in amino acids, essential minerals, very high in iodine. Try to get natural kelp, and I brought a little package from one of the local.
And now kelp is different than the seaweed that we wrap our sushi in, right? It's similar but different?
Yeah, a different kind.
Okay.
There's many kinds of kelp, but the sheets that you wrap are a little bit different than kelp. Kelp is really, really good for you, and I use like a mortar and pestle to grind it. You can maybe see that it's already ground down for you.
Oh, nice. Let's show everybody at home.
And folks, and there's a recipe online for that, folks will buy it already powdered because it's kind of hard to powder. You can use scissors instead or a knife to chop it up.
I've seen people sprinkling that stuff on popcorn.
Oh, it's delicious. And carrageenan, one of the types of kelp, is a thickener, and it can make like puddings or stews thicker if you want to put that in instead.
Let's talk knotweed.
I just have to say one more thing.
Sure.
Herbal Viagra.
Well, there we are.
I had to tell you that.
Good.
In Jamaica, folks make a drink with kelp that is supposed to help your libido. Okay.
Great. I'm going to put this down here. Save it.
No more kelp.
Let's talk about something different.
Knotweed. Really quick.
Okay.
Do not put knotweed in your garden, anywhere. It's
That's
incredibly invasive.
Okay.
And it is used externally for sore throat. It helps stop bleeding, and folks in China use it for postpartum. Don't grow it. It's going to just take over your whole garden.
Oh, and if you do container garden.
Yes, I bought it years ago thinking it was oregano, and it took over the whole garden.
Oh, no. It's a big mistake.
Yes.
Well, at least you didn't have kelp overflowing your garden, because then you'd have a real issue.
Absolutely. And then the last one we're going to talk about, kudzu. Another don't grow this.
Okay.
It's down south naturally now, and there's a picture that will be coming up shortly of a man who has it eating his car. It will grow 20, 30 feet high.
Look at that. Now, does it have, besides being a car ruiner, does it have any good properties?
The Chinese herbalists use the flower. It's great for hangovers.
Okay.
It's used to treat alcohol abuse. It is also, the roots are used for pain relief. Some people use it to clear up their sinuses this time of year. And if you're stuck with kudzu, the root, and here's some root right here. This is used as a thickener.
Okay.
And it makes, like, add it to fruit juice, and it makes a fabulous, like a pudding, a sweet pudding.
Now, dare I say it, Carol, you've given us a full night, if you really think about it. You start off a little bit of Kava Kava, and that gets your head straight, and then you start...
and legless.
Legless. Eat a little kelp, finish it off with some kudzu for the hangover.
There you go.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
You're welcome.
It's never a dull moment when Carol Joyce is here, and you can follow our complete series on herbs A to Z. That's online, mymassappeal.com.